Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm in my kitchen and I'm cooking some traditional Turkish food. The name is actually taze fasulye. If you don't know taze fasulye, it is just some green beans. You have to remove, wash, and then boil them, either boil or just fry them with butter or some tomatoes and onions. So that's what I'm doing right now. And I want to give you my experience. The very first time when I was here, I was new in Turkey and I had to cook for Turkish family and how it went. So by the end of this video, you're going to be learning what I did and the drama, and also how I solved the drama, like the first time cooking for a new family and the experience, the fear, and all those stuff. So stay tuned and let's start. You can see these are some chilies, some onions, and I also have some tomatoes here that I want to use. And over here we have some the beans that I want to fry. They are still boiling. So while I'm cooking, you're gonna be listening to what I'm saying. So I remember the very first time when I came here, and it was time for me to cook. Like, you know, in Turkey, when you are a wife, cooking will be part of your life. You're gonna be cooking a lot of times, cooking for your husband, cooking for your family, cooking for your kids, and it's just something that every wife should learn. So my very first time when I came here, I was to cook, and my mother-in-law, my father-in-law, my husband, and my stepkids were around, and I wanted to prepare Turkish food. Remember, they don't know any any Kenyan food, and for me, I had not learned a lot about Turkish food. But luckily, I had an idea of what I wanted to make, and I was pretty much sure they're gonna love it. So that day, I was cooking some rice. In Turkey, they normally call it pilau, if you don't know. So I had to cook some rice and also some chicken. Okay, we had some chicken and also some rice. So what I did, I just boiled rice the normal way we normally boil and everything, and then the chicken, I have found that they normally prepare it in a different way, but it is almost the same like we normally do in Kenya. So for my turn, because I was the one who was cooking, I had to prepare the chicken and also cook the rice and also add in some, like, make some side soup. So I made the rice. The very first thing I had to boil, I cooked the rice the normal way, wash it, and then add some water while cooking, and then wait for the chicken, because I had to boil it, and then I wanted to put in the oven. So remember, when I'm cooking, this time there were no kids. I had no kids. It was only me and my husband, and also everybody was downstairs in my mother's-in-law. My husband was around but not here downstairs. So I was just the one, and he had actually informed them that I'm going to be cooking. Okay, so there were no other meals that they were going to eat apart from what I had made. So I cooked the rice, and then I let it to, like, when it was about to fully cook, I just put a little fire, so that the whole water can actually do what can actually end. And then I started making some chicken. Girl doesn't want to sit down, so I started making some chicken. During this time, I actually boiled the chicken very well. I added some salt, and then I prepared it well to actually put in the oven. The chicken was perfectly done, and then I had to make some soup. Turkish people normally have start with the soup part, and then they're gonna eat the main dish. So what I did, I had to make some soup, which is not a big deal because we had some soup already prepared. Like, they have this powder you just mix and then boil. Okay, that was an easy one. Now on the other side, while I was waiting for the chicken to get ready, remember I had some rice, like I said, and then the rice, I had forgotten. I had forgotten that I actually had switched on a little fire. And when I just looked, I thought maybe it is done. Like it is done. There's no fire. So during this time, I went to sit in the sitting room. Okay, I left the food and thinking that when I'll be back, everything will be fine. Like waiting for the what, for the chicken, and then I start to actually make the plate and the table. So when I came from the sitting room, I came and I had just this feeling that something was not right. I quickly came in the kitchen and then looked all over around, and then I smelled something was burning. Oh my goodness, it was the rice. It was the rice was burning. And remember, it was the time to eat, okay? Like it was time, they were waiting. My husband was like, is the food ready? He was not around. He was downstairs doing some job. And I was like, yeah, the food is ready, just waiting for a few minutes. And then the guests, now everybody came, they sat. My mother-in-law, my sister-in-law was not there that time. Everybody. Now I started actually panicking. Like I was afraid. How will they say? How will they think about me? It is my first time cooking for them, and then the food is like smelling some burning, like something. Now, when I opened the rice, guess what I found? I found out that the water was, the rice had been like overcooked, and there was some water. There was some water on the top, okay? Like the water was not fully gone, and the rice was like mushy, like not fully well done. Like it was, I don't know how to tell you this time, but when I prepare the rice, normally I normally measure the water, and I knew this type of rice, like the amount of water that I'm going to use, it the same amount I normally use, but this type of rice was different, you know. Now I started to panic, and then I called my husband and told him, you know what, I have done a big mess and I don't know how we're gonna solve this one. Like the rice is not well done, you know. And my husband looked at me, he came, and then he looked at me and he told me, let me check the rice. He ate it and then he told me, no, it's okay, the rice is okay. For me, I was feeling like some sort of embarrassment, some sort of how will they look at me, how will they think I don't know how to cook. I had just mixed feelings about everything. Now what my husband did was he took some bread, you know, a piece of bread, and then he told me just let it and then he put on top of the rice and then covered it, okay. And then he told me just wait for a few minutes and then it will be okay. Now I realized that by doing so, that bread gonna actually absorb or take the water, the remaining water on the top, and then the rice will be at least better, okay, without too much water, okay. So that was a trick that I learned from my husband. And like, wow, that was a very good thing, like a game changer. So I served the soup first with the Turkish bread, ekmek, okay. They normally call it ekmek, it is just bread. I served the very first soup. Of course, my mother-in-law came and then checked, because in Turkey, when you are going to visit a place, especially if you know that person, you will find that women are the one who will go in the kitchen, check what food is there, and then bring everything on the table, you know. And then she came and checked. Oh no, she asked me, oh, what have you cooked, Nelma? What have you cooked? You know. And then I told her it is some chicken and some rice and some salad, of course, and then soup. And she just looked at it and then she told me, it's okay, let's start serving. So she helped me to pick everything, and then we started eating. The soup was finished, and then I brought the main food, which was chicken with the rice and some salad over there. Okay, so they ate, and I was like there. I felt like a sense of relief that I cooked and they ate, and there were no complaints, you know. Even that little fear that I had, like, oh, the food has burned, oh, the food has too much water, oh, how will they look at me, oh, they're gonna say, no, it had gone. Like I felt a relief, you know. And I know I'm not the only one who normally feels this way, especially if it is a new family, maybe new people, or you are cooking for someone and then you are in a rush and then everything goes wrong, you know. So that is it, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and give my little girl some food. She's now hungry. She wants to eat. She doesn't want anything. Tell me in the comment section, have you ever cooked for someone or for some people for the first time and the food went wrong? Do you have such an experience? Let me know in the comment section, and I'll see you.